The suffrage movement in Illinois was remarkable for many reasons, and especially the involvement of African American women. Though it's true that African American women were restricted from the national organization and from many suffrage organizations, that certainly did not prevent any of them from working for voting rights. And Illinois was a critical place. Ida B. Wells and Catharine Waugh McCulloch are colleagues in this work. They're working on charter reform. They're working on this legislation in 1913 that passes. There's a national suffrage parade in Washington, D.C. in 1913. Catharine Waugh McCulloch doesn't attend the parade. She's not a delegate, but Ida B. Wells is a delegate. She's invited to march in the parade as part of the Illinois delegation. And the National Women's Party that's organizing the suffrage parade decides that Black women need to march at the end of the parade all together, not with the state delegation that they've been invited to march in. Many women, primarily in the South, but in the North too, don't want to march in an integrated march where Black women are marching alongside their white colleagues. And the Illinois delegation is told that Ida B. Wells and others will need to march at the end of the march. They will not be marching with them.
She did end up marching with them, but only by first standing to the by-side and watching the parade go by. And when the Illinois delegation came through, she just jumped in and then marched with them. Well, Catharine wrote publicly about how appalled she was by this situation. She said that Ida B. Wells should have never been refused the right to walk with the Illinois delegation, and that if she had been there, she would have gone back and walked with Ida B. Wells in the segregated delegation. And there's this lovely correspondence between Ida and Catharine after that fact about what that meant, about the relationship that they were forming, and how they both brought a similar perspective to this issue of horrific racial segregation within the broader suffrage movement.
And then she invites her to come to Evanston and speak, and invites her to come to her house with her husband and have dinner. Wells quickly writes back and says, I would love to come to Evanston and speak. I would love to join you and your husband. My husband, Ferdinand, and I will be happy to join you for dinner. And we have news reports of Wells speaking in Evanston at First Congregational Church, which was Catharine Waugh McCulloch's church, some weeks later.
We have to remember the inequities. It was a long fight, and it's not an ended fight.